Atlanta. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups for visiting Los Angeles. Lamar Odom, Michael Olowokandi, and Darius Miles in the front court. Jeff McGinnis, Quentin Richardson in the back court. For Atlanta, Rashawn McLeod, Dikembe Mutombo, and Lorenzen Wright are joined by Jason Terry and the new point guard, Brevin Knight. The injury report is brought to you by WebMD, the healthcare destination for you and your doctor. Keon Doodling and Zendon Hamilton on the injured list for the Clippers. Chris Crawford was activated tonight. Before the game, Andy Panko was waived, so the Hawks, for the first time all season, have 12 healthy bodies at their disposal. And the coaches. And Stinger, you'd be hard-pressed to find two coaches doing a better job with their respective ball clubs than these guys. Lon Kruger leading the Hawks in his rookie season as an NBA head coach, and Alvin Gentry molding all this young talent with the Los Angeles Clippers. They beat the Lakers Sunday night 118-95.
Bob, anytime you're a new coach in a new situation, it's a challenge, and it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of enthusiasm and patience, and both of these coaches are doing a good job.
Last night, at the banquet honoring Dominique Wilkins, he talked about the tradition of the franchise and the great players like Bob Pettit and Lou Hudson, and now Dominique's jersey being retired. But he did something at the end of his speech last night, Mike Glenn, that I thought was very significant. There was a ceremonial passing of the torch to the new players to carry on with the tradition of this franchise, and he singled out that young man, Jason Terry.
And I talked to Nick about that before the game tonight. He said, Stinger, what I wanted to do, I wanted him to know of the responsibility, of the enthusiasm, and the potential that this game can give you. I wanted him to know to work extremely hard for it in the season and in the off season. I like his potential, but I wanted to inspire that young fellow there.
The Hawks are wearing uniforms tonight that they wore back in the 1991-92 season in honor of Dominique Wilkins. And you'll remember these jerseys, and you certainly will remember that man. The big halftime ceremony. We'll carry it all for you right here on Turner South. We are ready for basketball. Joe Forte, Mark Wunderlich, and George Tolliver, the officials. George will toss it up. And Dikembe gets it over to Lorenzen Wright. We're underway. Closed captioning of this game is brought to you by your Atlanta Hawks. Second game of the year between these two. The Clippers in a big come-from-behind effort knocked off the Hawks 115-106 in Los Angeles early in the season. Rashawn McLeod's first shot of the night, in and out, deep the offensive rebound. McLeod flashes down the lane, and his baby hook is good.
Well, the Hawks attacking the lane right away. Lorenzen Wright is a key. Miles is much too slim, not strong enough to defend Lorenzen Wright. Good point for the Hawks going to him early.
Jeff McGinnis plays to Lamar Odom. Clippers in action last night. They lost at Minnesota 95-89. In a game they led by 11 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Olowokandi, who always seems to play well against Dikembe Mutombo.
It's really strange, Bob. Dikembe is such an excellent defensive player, but Olowokandi takes it right to him and mainly shoots that hook shot that you just saw. So Deke will really have to play hard and aggressive against Olowokandi.
Deke sits in the post, goes to work in single coverage against Olowokandi. To the hook. Long board for the Clippers, and McGinnis brings it ahead. The fourth-year man from North Carolina gives to Lamar Odom. Now to Quentin Richardson. Dumped down to Olowokandi.
And they're going right back to him again.
And the turnaround is good again. And Dikembe's first foul tonight.
Basket is good by Michael Olowokandi.
Well, you take a look, looking for that big fella, Olowokandi. Makes his move and wants to shoot the hook shot. Nice little drop step, and there's the little jump hook. Shoots it almost like a jump shot. Knocks that one right in for his fourth point, and an opportunity for point number 5 against Dikembe Mutombo with single coverage.
He misses the free throw. He's just a 52% foul shooter. Brevin Knight to Jason Terry. Mutombo screens. JT a little long with him. Richardson, nice ball fake, in on Mutombo to score.
Richardson, extremely talented, strong, and athletic. That's going to be a matchup to keep your eye on as well. You saw how easily he just went in the lane and hung in the air and banked that shot off the glass. Not a bad ball club here, Bob. They have a lot of individual talent. They haven't learned how to play together very effectively yet, consistently, but a good ball club. And it makes it right.
An offensive foul on Lorenzen Wright. So Lon Kruger's ball club turns it over with the Clippers in front 6-2. This is a sellout tonight at Phillips Arena, the first of the season. Many fans still making their way to their seats as we get underway with the first quarter. It's another big event at the Georgia Dome tonight. Intercepted by Brevin Knight.
Beautiful. Just a little help to Dikembe Rashawn McLeod gave, and that was enough for Brevin Knight to read the passing lane and get the steal.
Darius Miles, nothing but net. The rookie, the 19-year-old from East St. Louis, Illinois. 8-4 Los Angeles. Rashawn McLeod from behind Mutombo, and Rose got it going early.
Yes, catching quickly and shooting. Odom couldn't get around that screen. Sean knocked it down.
Jeff McGinnis, who burned the Hawks severely in L.A. in Game 1. He scored a career-best 28. And the Clippers get another crack at it.
Well, let's take a look at this play right here. Here's Rashawn coming off the screen. And look, Odom gets hung up right on the screen, and Rashawn, no need to wait any longer, knocks down the jumper. Excellent execution.
Odom spins, double team, knocked away, picked up by Mutombo. Brevin Knight surveys.
Yes.
Matched against McGinnis.
And an excellent decision right there, going to Lorenzen. He could just bang the body against Miles. Missed that shot right in the lane. Lorenzen won't miss many of those, however.
The former Clipper, versions of 3 years of his career spent in Los Angeles. Here's Odom driving. Missed the big dunk against Dikembe. Jason Terry in transition. Tried to feed Mutombo, batted away. And Miles coming down the other way. He's going to get hammered by Terry on his dunk attempt.
Tell you what, JT will make you earn it. He won't give you an easy layup when you're on a fast break like that. JT's a little fella, but plays with a lot of heart, man, and he makes you earn it. Take a look at this play as it develops. Now, Miles gets away with a nice little play right here. And look at JT like, no, Darius, you got to go to the free throw line to get your 2 points.
To see Jason Terry commit a bad pass, then hustle back to deny the lay-in. He gets high marks for that.
Yes, he certainly does. A lot of players tend to kind of drop their head spot after they make a mistake and sulk a little bit. But JT sprang it right back, and Miles misses the first one.
And that miss puts Miles under 50% from the line for the year. And keep in mind, folks, 103 free throw attempts.
Man.
And he's hit but 51 this year.
Yes, that's a spot that he really needs to put a lot of focus and energy on at the start of his bright, young, promising career.
Averaging 8.4 points a game. Clippers with the early 3-point advantage as Brevin Knight hits the Hawks into their set.
Really got one hand. He's really pushing Dikembe very aggressively.
And Miles comes across to block it. Triggers a 3-on-2, and Terry knocks the pass down into the hands of Richardson. Offensive foul.
How about the defense of the little people? Now, these are the Hawks, 2 little guards, Knight and Jason Terry hustling back on D. JT knocking down the pass. Brevin Knight taking the charge. Good to see this kind of activity. Look at him. There's JT getting a hand on. Now, look at Brevin Knight saying, I got you right here, Quentin Richardson. Richardson runs into him. Excellent defense, Hawks ball.
Knight from the foul line.
Tell you what, these guards cooking on both ends. Knight with the short jumper there.
Clippers 9, Hawks 8. Jeff McGinnis right with the overplay on Miles. Odom against McLeod. Underneath Olowokandi for the dunk.
Now, Dikembe was going to double team on that, and that left Olowokandi wide open with an excellent passer looking right at you. So not a good double team decision right there on that possession.
7-minute mark, opening quarter. Brevin Knight is 3 for 3.
Knight getting his respect. Clippers going underneath screens and giving him the open shot.
11-10 Clippers.
Here's the same play. Now let's see how I do. This time it's Lorenzen coming to give help.
And the rebound triggers the running game. Brevin to the middle on a 3-on-2. McLeod, offensive foul.
Kruger and McLeod saying that the defensive player Richardson was inside the dotted line. Officials say no. Let's take a look from above and see what position, if he's inside that dotted line or not. No, he was outside. He was outside.
6.5 left in the first. McGinnis. Down the lane, Richardson. Off the glass and good.
See what I mean about the kid Richardson, man? He's strong and physical. Getting that shot up and over Dikembe for the second time in this first quarter. Not many guards can do that.
2 rookies in the Clippers starting lineup. A second-year man in Odom. A third-year man in Olowokandi.
The Clipper foul is on the 34.
And Michael picks up his first. Clippers 13, Hawks 10. Knight.
Pretty good D on that right then. McGinnis.
Lorenzen against Miles.
Yeah.
As the clock was draining.
Oh, indeed. First I thought maybe a bad decision, but the clock was draining. Didn't have a lot of time, Bob, to work it inside.
Don't shoot it. Good shot.
Good shot.
Both teams shooting well. Richardson for 3. Yes.
Yes. You know, I tell you who Richardson reminds me of a little bit is a Paul Pierce of the Celtics. He's big, he's strong, he can get in the lane, he's athletic. Not as big and rangy as a Paul Pierce, but can do some of the same kinds of things with the similar results.
Nice. Beautiful cut. Left it short. Lorenzen up and off. Deke gets the rebound. He powers it up. A block and no whistle. And it's out of bounds to Atlanta. Timeout. 5:14 in the first. Brevin Knight is the Hawks scoring leader early with 6 as the Clippers lead by 4.
Konnichiwa! Now you can learn how to say what's up in 36 different languages. Just visit Budweiser.com today and learn useful phrases like "Was ist los?" "Que pasa?" Instantly bond with your fellow man the world over.
Yo, telephone.
Hello?
We got to target a new online customer. Consumers who never change their minds and choose gifts with 100% accuracy.
So there's no returns.
Bingo. I call them laser beamers.
And exactly how many of these laser beamers have you found?
4. But that's just in the U.S.
E-returns are inevitable. Now UPS has automated the process, making it quicker and easier, so we can help change merchandise as fast as people change their minds. UPS, moving at the speed of business.
May cause drowsiness. Avoid sunlight before bed. Take with food.
This flashback for Dominique Wilkins. He scored 57 points in a game twice, but most remember a night in December of '86 against Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls. Nick sank 19 of 28 from the field and 19 of 21 from the foul line as the Hawks won at 123-95. The Omni was sold out and rocking, and the Human highlight film took it personally that some Atlanta fans had come to see MJ.
Yes, sir. Dominique took things like that personally, Bob, and he came out to kill. He had that kind of intensity, passion, and leadership, and we all just fed off it my 3 years here with him, and it continued for about 8.5 more years in an Atlanta Hawks uniform for Dominique.
Brevin Knight, a red-hot opening quarter. 8 points early, and it's 16-14 Clippers. Odom. And an overplay by Knight. Joe Forte spots a foul.
Yes, McGinnis telling Odom to throw it on the other side away from Brevin Knight because Knight nearly had a steal and feels that he really didn't foul as he was in excellent defensive position. Still shaking his head and smiling.
Third team foul on the Hawks. Quentin Richardson takes Jason Terry to the lane, and Mutombo rebounds the miss.
Yes, good help in there by Lorenzen Wright.
Tough pass inside, but it's ricocheted to McLeod. He goes underneath, and Lorenzen with the back door. Lorenzen Wright has a couple of baskets and 4. The game is tied at 16. Miles. And a whistle. Foul on Rashawn McLeod. His second.
Well, that'll probably get Rashawn out of the game. The proverbial 2 fouls in the first quarter usually gets you out.
Dion Glover coming up to the scorer's table to check in on the next dead ball.
There's Richardson now. JT may need a little help here if Richardson starts getting toward that lane or backing him down, and that's where he wants to go.
Kick out to Olowokandi up top. Odom did not beat the shot clock. A 24-second clock violation.
Well, that was just bad configuration by the Clippers. You got Olowokandi standing behind the three-point line. He's not going to do you any good from there. Clearly out of shooting range. And the clock winds down before he can reverse that ball to Odom.
Atlanta looking to take the lead. Lorenzen.
Good place to go, Bob. This is, I think, where they should really concentrate a lot. Oh, boy, he missed the second shot right there, but Lorenzen can just back him in down low and get a good look, almost at will.
He has missed 2, has Lorenzen Wright, at point-blank range.
Yes.
Little floater by Odom is good. His first basket, and keep in mind, playing with a very sore left wrist. You see it taped. That's been bothering him, but he's still the leading scorer on this team at 17.2 a contest. Now Dion Glover in for McLeod. Fires and hits.
Dion gets that jump shot to go. Has really struggled with his outside shot. Was able to get close enough to knock down the comfortable 17-footer there.
Glover came into the game shooting 24% from the field. Tough match for him here against Odom.
Yes, indeed.
Down the lane to Miles. Scoops it to Olowokandi, and Terry intercepts. Toss ahead to the streaking Glover, and he dunks it.
Ahmad Dominique as he hangs on that rim. Dion Glover with the slam.
So the man from Georgia salutes the man from Georgia Tech.
There you go.
20-18 Atlanta. Richardson on the baseline. Miles too long, and Dion fights for it. It's out of bounds, and the ball belongs to Atlanta. Timeout with 2:37 left in the first. The Hawks lead it by a deuce.
Hey, brother, it's me, Anthony. You want to get together later? The doctor said it's not contagious.
Now, Sprite.com makes it easier to buy just about anything you want. Under every cap is a free Sprite or Rocket Cash. Online money you can use through Sprite.com. Drink Sprite, get Rocket Cash. Buy what you want.
The South is full of stories, and we got a home for all of them. Welcome to Turner South.
I believe this is your floor.
Southerners have a way of telling it like nobody else.
We really take pride in our heritage.
Turner South Originals proudly celebrate the rich culture, quirky customs, and genuine characters that make the South so unique.
Well, welcome to the Bluebird Cafe.
Let me tell you how I wrote this song.
Good food, good music, great storytelling.
Here comes the dynamite.
From sunrise to supper time, Turner South's got the movies you love.
Cheese!
The movies you just don't see anyplace else.
I demand a recount!
And catch all the action on the ice and in the field with the NHL's Atlanta Thrashers and Major League Baseball's Atlanta Braves.
Outstanding.
For homegrown originals, hard-hitting sports, and the movies you love,
This is great.
head to Turner South.
Television Southern style.
Bye. Bye.
The Hawks have retired 2 numbers. Bob Pettit was a 2-time NBA MVP for the St. Louis Hawks. And when the franchise moved to Atlanta, the Hawks were defined by Sweet Lou Hudson. And Sweet Lou is standing by with Art Gregson.
Well, Lou, obviously the passing of the torch, should pass it on to Dominique Wilkins. You got to see him play. What did it mean to you to watch Sneak and be with him last night?
Well, actually, Dominique being one of the most exciting players I've ever seen, as I said last night, felt great to have somebody that was obviously better than you, have their number hanging up there right beside yours.
What keeps you busy now?
Like I do after-school programming in Salt Lake, Utah.
Well, Dominique, probably the most exciting player in the Hawks history, but Sweet Lou Hudson and Mike Glenn, the two greatest shooters this team ever knew.
But one of the things that Herb Geig was just telling me, one of the things that Dominique, Bob Pettit, and I have in common is that we all scored 57 points.
Career highs. Congratulations.
Okay.
Bob.
Thanks, Craig. Yes, the man could shoot that basketball.
Absolutely. I remember when he had those 57 points, Bob. I think he had 3 free throws. Everything else was jump shots. My hero, Lou Hudson, jump shooter.
Jason Terry with the Hawks leading by 2. Mutombo screens for him, and JT pulls that trigger.
Nicely done. I tell you, the Hawks are getting good mileage off the screening rolls. Clippers going underneath, giving wide open shots to Terry and Brevin Knight, and Hawks making them pay. Hawks guards knocking down those shots.
Matt Maloney in the game now for Atlanta.
There's a double team on Olam. Hawks doing that consistently.
Hawks on a 10-2 run. Shot clock at 4 as Richardson has it taken away by Jason Terry. Good D, Hindu as well.
Whoa, nice crossover.
Gets the deep and fouled as he goes down the lane.
Boy, JT Cup, a very nice crossover before the pass. Went between his legs right after the steal. Good ball handling. Take a look here. Now, good defensive play first. JT makes 3 good plays here. Coming down here, goes between his legs, then he comes down the lane, makes a nice pass to Dikembe, and Deke will go to the free throw line.
First foul on Darius Miles. He and Richardson to the bench for the Clippers. Corey Maggette coming into the game as Mutombo. This is the first of 2. Deke coming off an impressive offensive game against Golden State here on Thursday, when he put together a 20-point game, shot 8 of 10 from the field, and added 10 rebounds. The first point for Deke, 22-23 now to 18. For all the news, ticket information, stats, and Hawks happenings, log on to Hawks.com. McGinnis tries to turn the corner. Odom works on Glover. Inside Maggette, and he misses the shot. Cherokee Parks also in the game for LA. Here's Jason Terry. Steps through. Just a little bit of daylight is all he needs.
Yes, indeed. JT knocking it down.
25-18 Hawks. Maggette doubled up to McGinnis. Parks out of the corner. And he bangs it home.
Yeah, now Parks can knock that perimeter shot down. When you saw Olowokandi standing out there, you wonder why, but Parks had some range on his jump shot. You saw it there and knocked it down.
Came to the Clippers from Washington just after Thanksgiving. Long shot by JT, no, and he got a hand on it, nearly stole it from Parks.
Bob, I'll tell you an interesting thing about the Clippers offense. They go to Olowokandi early and forget about him for long periods of time. I mean, he's just going up and down the floor. Hasn't gotten many touches there.
And that's exactly what happened when these teams met at the Staples Center.
Right.
Olowokandi had 12 first-quarter points in that game and ended the night with 14.
Wow. I mean, really unusual to have a guy with that kind of a touch, but gets no rhythm offensively for himself, and his team doesn't get him into one either.
Last seconds of the opening period. JT to Maloney. Matt up at the buzzer. Got it! And the Hawks take a 7-point lead to the second period.
Well, take a look at it here. Maloney steps in underneath the D, gets the good look, and rattles it around and in, and we'll be back.
And the Duke are taking over Turner's Out Sunday.
I'm your host, Dusty Rose. I'm gonna bring you a day full of John Wayne movies, The Green Beret, Rio Bravo, True Grit, and a whole lot more.
Jumping G Horseback.
It's a John Wayne marathon.
Let's move out. Dusty and the Duke starts 9:30 Eastern Sunday only on Turner's Out.
I'll see you there, Pilgrim.
You can do things at Progressive.com you can't do at other auto insurance websites.
I got an instant quote from Progressive and rates for 3 other leading companies.
6-month rates can really vary from company to company.
In fact, you could be paying over $500 more than you have to.
If we can't save you money, we'll tell you who can.
Shop and buy at Progressive.com. Recently rated the #1 online insurance carrier.
Mark, at PowerTel, we believe all living things should roam free. That's why we don't stick you with any roaming charges. Come on, guys. Roam free. Let's get a snow cone.
Right now, with PowerTel wireless service, you can roam free and get free nationwide long distance for as low as $30 a month. You can even get a free phone.
PowerTel, we're on that.
I love working with children, so it was the little guys that got me interested. The professionals here at the hospital really want to work with and care for children. The relationship with the parents is vital because we want them to be informed so that they can be aware of what is going on with their child and why certain decisions are made. A lot of times the parents will bring them back to visit, and when they do come back, it's always great to see them.
Last night at the Ritz-Carlton Buckhead in Atlanta, the wonderful dinner honoring Dominique. There's Stinger. There are the 3 retired numbers and Pettit, Hudson, and Neek. Mike Fratello, former coach of Neek and former Hawks coach. Joe O'Toole. Great to see him last night. There's Dominique and Nicole, and what a super night it was last night. And there's Lou Hudson on the left, joining Neek as they watch the second quarter unfold here at Phillips Arena. Hawks with a 7-point lead. Maggette had it knocked away, and it's going to go out of bounds to Atlanta as we check in with Greg Singh.
Well, at last night's dinner, the Hawks players attended, and at one point, Dominique Wilkins asked Jason Terry to stand. He told the crowd to applaud the way Terry's been playing, and then said, "This is the guy who will carry the torch to the new team, and don't be surprised if you're at a dinner 15 years from now for Jason Terry." I talked to Terry tonight. He said he could not sleep at all last night. He used to watch Dominique as a kid in Seattle on TBS every night, and he said it was one of the greatest honors he ever had.
Well, I tell you what, Deion Glover talks playing like Dominique said those words about him. Look at him looking like a young Dominique. Watch Deion Glover go to the hole, reverse dunk, slam it easily, and come down lightly, Deion Glover.
And Deion just got hit with a technical foul. Earl Boykins is in for the Clippers, and he hits the technical. A bit too much exuberance.
Yeah.
It was judged.
That's all right.
But Deion Glover has come off the bench to score 6 very impressive points.
He certainly has, Bob. And I was talking to Deion the other day about the whole Dominique retirement. He said, you know, Mike, it's a happy day, but it's also a sad day for Dominique when he has to hang his sneakers up for good. I don't ever look forward to that day. Deion Glover has a lot of appreciation. That was a very insightful comment coming from the young fella. He has a lot of respect for the game and for the privilege of playing this game.
Mutombo with his 5th rebound. The NBA's rebounding leader at 13.8 a game. Allen Henderson. Hawks by 8. Hindu missed it. Can he run it down? Nope, but Deke can. And now Jason Terry against Corey Maggette. Good hands by Parks.
Yes, pretty good D right there.
Maloney back to JT.
Maggette, one of their better defensive players.
An outstanding defensive player.
Yes.
Puts it up. Boom. JT says, well, who was that?
Right,
You're talking about Bob?
That's that Dominique Philosophy. Never cared anything about defense. What defense?
Every time I jumped, I was open.
There you go. That's right.
I'm open all the time. Odom. And the foul inside.
Well, take a look at Jason Terry between the legs, quick move, elevates, nice forms, knocks down the jumper.
You know, and if you could draw a parallel to Dominique Wilkins, he talked about his spin move and how he could get guys back on his heels.
Right.
And you could see what was happening on that play with Corey Maggette. He had to respect JT's moves.
Yes.
He gave him just an inch, started to back up, got a little off balance.
He did.
JT
and JT sprang the jumper. You're absolutely right. Looked like Deke was explaining that to his wife, Nicole, as you were mentioning the exact same point. But JT does have ways of getting himself open, much like Dominique did.
Hanno Möttölä comes in. Dikembe Mutombo goes out of the game. Last foul on Henderson. Lamar Odom to the free throw line. Don't miss a minute of our halftime. We'll be showing the complete number retirement ceremony right here on Turner South, featuring Dominique.
Nick told me he was nervous, Bob.
That may be the first time he's ever been nervous on a basketball court.
I think so.
Hawks by 10, 31-21. Coming up on the 10-minute mark of the first half, Maloney.
And once again, Clippers guards going underneath the screen. And the Hawks guards are just knocking them down, finding themselves getting wide open looks.
Corey Maggette. Odom comes off the Rooks screen, back to Boykins, and Earl puts it home.
Boy, nice looking jumper from little Earl Boykins there. Good rotation, good elevation on that.
Little indeed, 5'5", 133 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Dion's pass to Henderson.
Yeah.
What an assist.
Yes, sir. Slipped it right through to Hindu, and Hindu with the good hands lays it in.
35-23 Atlanta. And the hustle by Glover, knocking that ball away. Here's another look at that last Dion Glover pass.
Look at him slip this pass right through there, man. That is very nice. Just shovels it behind his back to have the cutting Allen Henderson.
The Hawks have scored 23 of the game's last 30 points. Piatkowski misses. And look at JT off to the races. Up top to Henderson. Controls, reverses, no. Rebound Piatkowski. Now to Boykins. Clippers running. Parks the dunk.
Oh, good looking break there for the Clippers the other way. Hawks couldn't quite cash in. Did everything right except score the basket.
35-25 Atlanta. 8:50 in the second. Boykins comes racing over to double team Jason Terry. They swing it back to Glover. Dion goes up against Sean Rooks and left it short.
That left hand right there betraying Dion. Made a good move but couldn't cash in.
Piatkowski for three. Tipped out by Maggette. Atlanta ball. Timeout at Phillips with 8:32 left in the second quarter.
Not so good.
Yeehaw.
54-yard field goal. 5 seconds left. Their season all comes down to this. Here's the snap. The kick is up. It's got the distance. It's good. It's good. It's all over.
Philips digital recorder with TiVo, pauses live TV, and a lot more.
The world's greatest athletes playing the world's greatest game are coming to an arena near you. It's the ultimate showcase of incredible athleticism, spontaneous creativity, and uncontrollable excitement. NBA action is now playing, so join the drive for a championship when it comes to your town, live and in person. Tickets are on sale. Go to NBA.com or call 800-4NBA-TICKS.
8 minutes and 32 seconds away from the halftime festivities on Dominique Wilkins night. Tomorrow, saddle up with Dusty Rhodes and John Wayne for a day of rip-roaring movies. Boy, Stinger's going to have his popcorn. He's going to be right there. It's Dusty and the Duke all day tomorrow, only on Turner South. Brevin Knight. Matt Maloney coming back to help on the press.
Yes.
Maloney in the middle, Henderson and McLeod in the game. Boykins, Piatkowski, Rooks, Parks, and Maggette for the Clippers. Matt Maloney faking. Good D by Piatkowski. Over to Möttölä. Hanno missing. Parks the board. Atlanta by 10. Hawks about rebounded the Clippers by 4. And a foul inside. Hanno, Möttölä picking up number 1. That will send Sean Rooks to the line. Tonight's Around the League scoreboard brought to you by AutoZone. The right part, the right price, and good advice.
Sean Rooks, former Atlanta Hawk, has pretty good moves around the lane. That time getting Möttölä on his back. Able to draw that foul.
Now in his 9th NBA season, I wonder how he feels about playing with all these kids.
Yeah.
You know, now that he is with Darius Miles, it's the 3rd high school teammate he's had. He played with Garnett as a rookie. He played with Kobe as a rookie. And now he's playing with Darius Miles, a rookie right out of high school.
He must have that on his resume, Bob, but his agent sends out to teams. I mold young guys.
Brevin Knight with 3 on the clock. And he'll shoot 2.
That is really a good play. When you got a guy Brevin Knight's size with the clock winding down who can go in the lane and get a foul. See, it's tough to get a foul in here when you're a little guy because big guys can stay away from you and block your shot without ever giving you the body contact. Good job by Brevin going in there and picking up that foul.
Hey, the more you see of Brevin Knight as the Hawks starting point guard, the more you like.
You certainly do, Bob. And it's, a lot of times it's the subtle things that you would really miss unless you really study what he's doing and the effect that it brings.
Dominique keeps looking at that clock, Stinger.
That's right. He's nervous, man. I'm telling you. He told me. Stinger, I'm nervous, man. It sounds so unusual. You know, Nick was such a ferocious leader, man. You hear him say you're nervous, you don't even believe it, you know? But he is.
And should be.
Yes,
it's going to be quite a night.
Yes, it is.
Here's Boykins driving baseline.
Nice kick.
4 on the clock. Lamar Odom gets it off and fouled by Henderson with 2 on the clock.
Well, Hindu saying Odom had nowhere to go. That's the official bailed him out. Take a look here. Clock winding down. Odom not much of a chance of making the shot.
Well, there wasn't much contact, was there?
Not a whole lot there. Just a little brush of the chest with his arm, and the official thought that was enough.
Lamar Odom's rather modest numbers to start the game. He had a triple-double against Golden State at the end of November, the 4th of his career. Lamar last night in a great one-on-one matchup with Kevin Garnett at Minnesota had 21 points, 9 boards, and 6 assists. Lorenzen Wright has come back into the game for the Hawks as Odom lines up the second free throw. 7:15 remaining, second quarter, 37-29. Atlanta in front. Brevin Knight sets the Hawks offense.
Brevin has a little guy on him. Not often Brevin has a little guy on him.
McLeod needs help, finds it in Maloney. Shot clock at 5, and Matt Maloney short with it. Online, just short.
Yes. Odom would like to drive with Lorenzen Wright, trying to clear out the side. Gives a little fake.
And an offensive foul. Rashawn McLeod takes the charge. He was outside the dotted line.
I tell you, that's pretty good help by Rashawn. Good to see Rashawn hanging around the lane, realizes what's happening here, steps up, takes the contact. Excellent read. Excellent awareness, defensive awareness by Rashawn.
Well, if you could force Odom to go to his right,
yes,
take away a lot of his offensive game.
Yes, it would.
Outside Maloney for 3. And Maloney's come off the bench in good shooting rhythm tonight. Forgot about that last miss and drills the three-pointer. 40-29. Sean Rooks. I think Lorenzen may have gotten a piece of that one.
Right.
See the turnover story.
Maloney with the push. I like the way Maloney has been pushing the ball recently.
Lorenzen. And Odom takes the pass away. 3-on-3. Odom just goes busting in there. Kick out. Hyatkowski missing. Normally an outstanding long-range shooter. He can't get it going in the first half to date. Knight in the paint. Tip no. Rebound Rooks. Earl Boykins said before the game, Brevin Knight is somebody I can look up to. Here's a hand check on Brevin. A timeout with 5:35 remaining in the second quarter. Hawks by 11.
Home of true Southern originals. Turner South brings you the Emmy Award-winning Southern Living Presents. Here's a whole new way to experience your favorite magazine. Howdy! From our biggest parties
Best barbecue in the world.
to our cozy hideaways, we'll take you to the heart and soul of the South.
People think that we're mad for being up there.
Get to know our genuine people.
We thought we were making music. We didn't know we were making history.
Charming places.
I love painting and expressing myself.
The sights, sounds, and the tastes.
Let's go bake biscuits.
A lot of butter, a lot of sugar.
Life in the South is unique.
It's a part of the history of the town.
Well, well, well.
This place is frozen where it was when George Vanderbilt was here.
Turner South's your home for the best the South has to offer.
Ready to go.
This is where it all happens.
Southern Living presents Monday nights at 8, only on Turner South.
A capacity crowd on hand to see Dominique Wilkins' jersey retired at halftime. Currently the score 40-29. Sellout crowds were routine. So were playoff appearances when Mike Fratello coached Dominique. How did you utilize his talents?
Well, he was one of those very special players that could get a shot whenever we needed to get a shot as a team. So we ran isolations back then. Became simple. If they went and double team Nick, he would pass to open teammates. If not, he's tough to guard one-on-one.
What was it like, some of those great playoff games, the rivalries you had with Boston and Detroit?
Well, how can you forget Game 7 of that series in '88 when Dominique shot 19 for 33 from the floor, scored 47 points, and we lost by 2 in game number 7, but he did all he could.
Shouldn't have lost that game. Dennis Johnson picked up his dribble in the backcourt.
Probably bad coaching, right?
All right, enjoy the evening. Bob.
Thank you, Craig. Great to see Mike Fratello here tonight, and then last night at the dinner. Boy, he had high words of praise for Dominique Wilkins, as well he should have. And Dominique returned it, saying that, you know, Mike Fratello pushed me to be the player that I was.
And he's not kidding, Bob. I mean, I actually thought he was a little hard on Dominique, too, in his formative years. But, man, he would just let Dominique have it. You didn't get back. Why didn't you pass the ball? You're not player D. I mean, he really stayed on Nick. And Nick was so passionate. He wanted to do well so badly that Nick would get mad. He would come back even harder, Bob. But all of those things really helped to form Dominique into the superstar that he became.
I enjoyed the story this morning as Olowa Candy spins on Mutombo and misses. That Jeff Denberg wrote in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution saying, you know, Fratello get all mad at me, then he'd come up with a play for me.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would. He'd call your play. You know, he'd call his play. He really would.
Jeff McGinnis at the throttle for the Clippers. They trail the Hawks by 9. The lob in to Olowa Candy, going back to work against Dikembe Mutombo, and he missed the shot. Miles' tip doesn't go. And here's Jason Terry in a sea of red shirts. JT throws up a wild one, and Brevin Knight comes in to save the day.
The little guys again doing the big work here.
Hard bounce across to Wright. Lorenzen, good. 6 points for Lorenzen Wright. 42-31 Atlanta.
Lorenzen playing against his former team, the LA Clippers, making an impact here early.
A timeout called by the Clippers with 3:54 left before halftime.
Oh, Bradley, spin up the middle, go. Right, he's going to score. He's in. Dude, he's totally in the open. He's going to score.
This magic moment.
Oh.
So different and so feels like any other. Until I touched you, and then it
what this game needs? More cheerleaders. Oh, yeah. More cheerleaders.
There will always be skeptics. You know them. They say it will never work. Never happen. Never fly. But the next time they tell you all the logical reasons why it can't be done, just remember all the times that they have been wrong.
Where will I be when they knock on my door? Where will I be when the aces are four? Where will I be when fate asks for a day?
One day, you'll find a place where you know you belong. Will you be ready? Understanding your credit is the first step toward owning a home. Call for the free guide on credit from the Fannie Mae Foundation and for a list of lenders and credit counselors.
The Hawks lead the Clippers by 11. Stay tuned for our Power Tell at the half. We'll have the Dominique Wilkins uniform retirement ceremony. To Bob Pettit and Lou Hudson, company's coming. Craig Sager.
Well, Nick, you told us before the game you didn't know what you were going to say at halftime. You're kind of nervous. What have you been working on?
Actually, not a whole lot. It's just going to come from the heart and just speak what I really feel. Nothing that you can rehearse.
Well, Nicole, we've never seen him nervous when he stepped on a basketball court. What's he been like these past few days?
Very nervous. He might even shed a tear. He's quite nervous.
Congratulations. Enjoy it. Let's go back to Bob.
Okay, Craig. McGinnis from the wing to make it 42-33.
Nicole telling the rest of the story on Dominique.
Yeah. Here's Lorenzen. Again, powering inside.
Well, a good point of attack right now. Lorenzen, a difficult matchup. Teams are beginning to find this out every night. And again, there's Darius Miles, who's really too young and too light to defend Lorenzen Wright, who just pounds him right in the center of the lane and gets to the free throw line.
What a difference in the numbers. Point production as a starter. Now, keep in mind, he's getting about 10 more minutes a game, but he's making so much better use of those minutes. He's so much more active. He's involved all the time, and he's hustling at both ends.
Yes. Bob and Kevin Lockery, who spoke last night, a former coach of mine and Dominique's, he used to tell guys on his team, he said, I've started and I've come off the bench. I want you guys to know it's much harder to come off the bench. So Lorenzen, he's in a groove, he's in a rhythm. He doesn't have to come in and do something right away, relaxes, and it's much more effective, and his numbers verify that.
There's Piatkowski hitting a three. Shot a couple of blanks early. Yeah. But that makes it 44-36. Here's Jason Terry on the wing. Beautiful screen, beautiful shot.
Indeed. I tell you once again, Bob, the Clippers are not doing a good job of defending the screens. I mean, the guards are coming off wide open 16, 17 feet away. I mean, that's fish in a barrel when they're in a decent rhythm.
Odom. And another foul. Lamar drawing the contact. Here's that last play you're talking about, Stinger.
Okay, now take a look at it. Watch when the screen comes. Here's the screen. Now look, no help, and the guard's going, just running into the screen and stopping. And a little help on the weak side, but not near enough. I mean, he's wide open. That's an easy shot for Jason Terry.
And clubs are finding that if you give Jason Terry a foot, maybe a foot and a half to get that shot off, he's going to hit it 6 times out of 10.
He certainly is, Bob. I think teams will probably start forcing him to drive. He's so quick he can go around you, but you can't let him stand there and shoot that jump shot and knock it down on you all night either. So JT really tough to defend.
You saw Deion Glover come in. McLeod to the bench with his 3rd foul. Odom with his 6th point. 46-38.
Man,
here's JT with that quickness to go by you. Blocked by Olowokandi and a jump. Boy, Michael Olowokandi wishes he could play Dikembe Mutombo every night.
Yeah, it's amazing. He plays well against him. JT just goes right around Piatkowski, and here's Deke trying to take this up. Olowokandi with a hand on the basketball, and there's JT going around. But before Deke can get this up and to the basket, Olowokandi is there to cause the jump ball.
And it's going to be picked up by Odom. Across to McGinnis. Shoots overnight and misses, and the rebound to Dikembe. 46-38. Here's Lorenzen again from the baseline. He can hit that shot all night.
Yes, it can.
48-38 Hawks.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the half.
Olowokandi, who was the first overall pick in the '98 draft. Odom for 3. Long forward for Piatkowski. Baseline Miles. And it's blocked by Dikembe as he loaded up for the big dunk. Now Brevin Knight.
Chance to go underneath that screen, and Brevin Knight saying, you guys still going underneath these screens, but could not knock down that jump shot. Now here's Deke inside. The young fella trying to go in there, and Deke says, no, 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 we don't do that, young fella. Not in the house of
East St. Louis, maybe,
right,
but not in the house of Wetumpka.
No, sir.
15 to shoot as McGinnis penetrates. Miles tries it again, and a foul. Mark Wonderlich can choose between Dikembe and Lorenzen Wright. He'll give it to Deke. Second on Wetumpka.
That's his second.
Waiting in the wings.
Yes, sir.
Dominique Wilkins.
Won't be long now. Well, that number will be permanently placed in the rafters of Phillips Arena.
Darius Miles, the youngest man in the NBA, at age 19, sinks the free throw for his 4th point of the game. He was the highest drafted high school player in history. Last year, he was taken as the 3rd overall pick.
Bob, it was good for me last night also. As you see, looks like Brother Gerald there with Dominique.
Yes, there is Gerald.
As well, and last night got a chance to see Dominique's mom, and I was happy to congratulate her. She did an excellent job of raising some outstanding children, a lot of times on her own, a very strong, courageous woman, and a lot of that spirit and drive in her son, Dominique. So congratulations to Gertrude Wilkins.
Dominique Wilkins. The ceremony just a minute away. Stay with us on Turner South. Jason Terry, good. JT in double figures, 50-40 Atlanta. Under a minute to go in the 2nd quarter. Here's Odom, an immediate double team, and it's thrown into row 2. Gucci Rowe, look out. There's Dominique and Joe O'Toole, the longtime trainer of the Hawks. And in recognition of this entire evening, the Hawks' current training staff of Wally Blaze, and Tom Smith, and Pete Radulovich, they're decked out with the white shirt and the red pants tonight on Dominique's night. I think that's a great thing.
Oh, absolutely right. There's one of Dominique's younger brothers right there also congratulating him, along with congratulating and saying hello to Joe O'Toole.
And on a personal note concerning Dominique Wilkins, there's Wally Blaze and the outfits that they're in.
Yes.
I had the pleasure. I may be the only broadcaster in the country to do this, but I had the chance to broadcast a game in which Dominique Wilkins played in high school.
Wow.
Broadcast a game of his in college in Georgia, and of course broadcast him in the NBA.
Is that right?
Dominique Wilkins played high school basketball in Washington, North Carolina. They were known as the Pam Pack. How about that for a nickname?
Whoa, man.
Pam Pack of Washington, North Carolina High School, and I broadcast a tournament game in which he played, and that's the first time I heard the expression, the human highlight.
Isn't that something? That's great trivia question there, man. That's good information. Wonderful. So you've seen him evolve from the young high school player to the NBA superstar, now to having his number retired.
Dominique, magnificent.
Yes, indeed.
49.8 left. Pressure by the Clippers. Brevin says that's okay. Just hand me the ball.
Yes, sir. Go on down. I tell you, Piatkowski is going to have a whole lot of difficulty right here.
Glover. Followed by Möttölä. Attaboy Hanno, 52-40. Half a minute to go before halftime and before the big ceremony. Parks. And we have a whistle. Clippers have taken a 20-second timeout. The Dominique Wilkins and his family getting ready as the number 21 will be retired here momentarily. We'll be carrying the entire presentation. You won't miss a thing. So stay right with us. There's Mike Fratello, Joe O'Toole.
And those two lovely little daughters that Dominique and his wife Nicole have adopted. So good to see them all.
And the signs. Well, they still remember.
Yes, sir.
That trade to the Clippers. And there's another one. This is the one I like. 50 greatest without Neek.
The man to reach.
Say it ain't so. How that man cannot be included in the top 50 came out a couple of years ago, the 50-year anniversary. Blows my mind.
Yes, sir.
What an injustice.
Yes, sir.
Here's Odom. 4 to shoot. Lamar has to go quickly. Miles drops it. The clock's going to run out on Parks, and the Hawks get it back with 9 seconds to go. 52-40 Atlanta. JT is going to get the ball in his hands.
Hawks going to spread the floor. And Fiakowski has to be wondering now, where's my help coming from?
Eric, good luck.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Here's JT and the Clip. Oh, he had a foul in his back pocket.
Yes, he did. That's okay. He's still going to be looking at it again. Well, Gentry's going to get him some help.
What a spoiled sport, Alvin Gentry.
That's right. He's coming right for Fiakowski.
We were licking our chops on that.
That's right.
Just kidding. Eric's a good man. All in fun.
Yes, indeed.
52-40 Hawks. Lover to trigger. They go to Lorenzen. Quickly inside to Knight. No. Hanno is there with .9. And that gives the Hawks their biggest lead. And Miles stepped out of bounds. Hawks are going to get another crack at it with .6.
When it rains, it pours, huh?
So Atlanta is going to, they're going to try to get another shot here.
Give me some instructions over there, you know. Try to get everybody's attention. He wants to try to see if he can get 2 more points out of this.
And look where the Hawks are going to put the ball in bounds. Right under the basket.
Right, 9/10 of a second the Hawks have.
Dion looks. Dion gives, and the shot is blocked as the first half. No, they are now saying George Tolliver is waving it off, and that is the end of the first half. So, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for is straight ahead.
I'm Doug Peterson. I'm the Home Depot instructor. I do that full time. I teach your kids on the weekend. I teach your parents on the weekend. All the Home Depots have classes. This is service. This is what it's all about. Yeah, what's the good of having over 50,000 items if you don't know how to use them? That's my job. I show you how to use them. It starts when you come in. Everybody says, what are you doing? What's your project? If somebody shows you how to do it, it gives you the confidence that you say, well, I can do that. So come see us. We've got everything.
The Home Depot, where low prices are just the beginning.
There's something special about the folks who work at AutoZone. The fact that they know more than a thing or two about looking up parts and solving problems. Their willingness to go the extra mile. And their belief in doing what's right. So it's no wonder why millions of customers turn to us each week for help in getting back on the road. Because working at AutoZone means taking pride in taking care of people.
3, 2, 1. We are officially open for business.
Okay.
Facing a virtual reality? UPS can help you plan for it, manage it, and deal with it. We deliver more e-shipments than anyone. UPS, moving at the speed of business.
Welcome back to Phillips Arena in Atlanta. Our score at halftime, 54-40 Hawks. Welcome to Power Tells at the half. And let's begin the Dominique Wilkins retirement ceremony.
6'7" from Georgia, number 21, Dominique Wilkins.
Dominique Wilkins was underrated. I think, how many guys do you know who's ever played the game, played with the effort that he played offensively every single night, every single possession? You know, he was knocked all the time for taking bad shots, for being selfish. I think he was misjudged a lot like Pat Ewing was in New York. You know, Dominique really never had another great player to play next to him. He had some good players. He had some great players at the end of their career, you know, Sidney Moncrief and Moses Malone. But he really never had that second guy to take some of the slack. He was the show. And you knew every night when you played the Atlanta Hawks that you had to stop Dominique Wilkins. And if you stopped Dominique, you had a great chance of winning, and you still couldn't stop him.
Dropping, spinning and gliding, windmill combining, 90-90-90.
Breakaway to Dominique Wilkins. Showtime in Atlanta.
I'll just tell you a little story about him that we always used to kid him about not being open. He said, well, shit, once I leave the floor, I'm always open because there's nobody up here where I'm at.
I never forget the first season. You know, people would literally sit in their seats during halftime just to see him warm up. And it was like, you know, when you go to a black college football game, you stay there for the halftime show, and Dominique was the show.
You used to dunk more in warm-up lines. Then as the years evolved and you understood what this was all about, there was all layups and then a warm-up line. And you developed your game as the years went on. And that's the thing that I admired most about you. You didn't just focus on one thing and one thing only, and I think that's why we in our years at Atlanta had such success.
I always said if there could be a game 365 days a year, Dominique would love to play every night. I never remember him asking out of a practice. I never remember him lightening up in a practice. There were times where I thought he was injured that I went to him and said, if today's going to be a tough day for you, we'll cut back, you know, how much you have to do. But he never begged off. And then on game night, you knew he was going to try and find a way to get it done, regardless of how banged up he might be or the number of minutes that he had been playing.
I mean, he certainly had to be, during the last 25 years, the most outstanding Atlanta Hawk. And we haven't retired anybody else's number during that time, so that says something. He's getting an honor here that he really deserves.
Thank you. Mr. Turner is correct. We've had a lot of great memories here, right on this very spot where the Omni used to be, right on this very spot where we're standing right now. It's been a great week, and it's going to be a great night here as we get the ceremony underway. I'm Steve Holman, voice of the Hawks. Nice to have you all here. Glad you all get into the building tonight with all that traffic outside. We thank you for that. Now, we'd like to introduce some of the folks that are here to help Dominique celebrate tonight, this very special night. And very first off, of course, Dominique's family is here. His wife, Nikki, is right here. His little daughters are here, Alexa and Danielle. Hello, girls. Nice to see you. Also, Aisha. And, of course, Dominique's #1 fan, Gertrude Hatcher. Hard to believe she has a 41-year-old son. Right next to her, we have a number 21 who had a pretty good 21 himself, Gerald Wilkins. Going down the line then, brothers John and James, Wanda, Cynthia, April, Jean, and Tiffany, all here tonight with Dominique. Let's hear it for Dominique's family. Now, as we move over to this side of the floor, we've got some other people that have been very important in Dominique's life and career. First, his very first head coach, Kevin Lockery. And right next to Kevin, the man we call the czar of the telestrator, Mike Fratello. And a lot of Dominique's teammates were here last night. A lot are here tonight. Here he is, Spud Lee, Spud Webb. Another one of Dominique's teammates who's here in the building tonight is actually working tonight. You know him on Turner South, the Stinger, Mike Glenn. Also, you'll notice tonight that we have the other two retired numbers that are here in the building. Bob Pettit was here last night for the dinner. He can't be here tonight, we're sorry to say. But one person who is here tonight, one of the great all-time Hawks, Sweet Lou Hudson. And also, here tonight, who was a bigger part of Dominique's career probably than anybody, the man with the red pants, not the red pants tonight though, and the white shirt, Hawks trainer Joe O'Toole. I should mention that Joe's red pants tonight are actually being worn by our current trainer, Wally Blaze. I mean, those are the actual pants that are being worn tonight. I think Joe washed them though first. Well, now it's time to hear from our first speaker of the evening, and he's the Hawks president, Stan Kasten.
Thank you, Steve. It has been a great week here in Atlanta, Dominique week, and that's probably what I deserve for trading Nick. It has been a great week here all week, and by now, all of you have seen the highlights, the many dunks. You've all read the statistics and read all the accomplishments that Dominique has had over the course of his career. Last night, at a great dinner, we were able to share with so many of the people that were important to him. As we get ready to raise this banner, this is really the sincerest way that we can say thank you to Dominique for all that he has meant to all of us. And so, Dominique, thank you tonight for, of course, all of the points and all the dunks and all the wins. But most importantly, Nick, we want to thank you for all the joy that you brought to the game and for all the joy you brought to us, for allowing us to share in that by watching you play. Thank you, Nick. Come on up. Let's give you some of the things here. We have a number of gifts to give to Dominique before we hear from Nick himself. First, we have two contributions, one from the Atlanta Hawks, one from the NBA, each a check for $10,000 to a foundation that has been very near and dear to Dominique and Nikki, a group that they've worked with a lot. And from the NBA and the Hawks, each $10,000 to the Abrazo Adoption Associates. Number one. Number two, we have this plaque commemorating, both from the city and the state, today is officially Dominique Wilkins Day in the city of Atlanta and Dominique Wilkins Day in the state of Georgia. We have this model airplane. No, we're not giving them a plane, but we are giving Nick and Nikki a vacation for the two of them to the city of their choice in Europe, where Dominique was born, by the way. The next thing we have is a wonderful piece of original artwork, a lithograph, the original artwork that really symbolizes all that he did for us. We had that portrait for Dominique. The next thing we have is the actual uniform that Dominique wore, and he can hang this up in his home. The last thing that we have for Dominique so that he can carry this wherever he goes is a ring with the number 21 encrusted in diamonds. You can get a shot of that. Okay, Neek. Thank you very much. We're going to turn it back to Steve.
Thank you, Stan. Ladies and gentlemen, we get to do this one final time here tonight. Let's introduce at forward from the University of Georgia, 6'8", the human highlight film, the greatest Atlanta Hawk of all time, number 21, Dominique Wilkins.
Thank you very much. You guys really don't know how much this means to me. To be back here, getting my jersey retired. And I have to tell you, in my mind all day I was trying to find the words to say. I really don't have the words to say, but I'll do the best I can. If you can bear with me for a second. There's so many people that I could thank in my career that's been an integral part of my life, especially in the NBA. First, I'd like to thank my family, my brothers and sisters, my brother Gerald, who I played in the NBA with 14 years. I'd like to thank my mom, my sisters and brothers, cousins, my lovely daughter Aisha and her granddaughter. Actually, I'm her grandfather. My wife Nicole, my daughter Lexi and Danny, and two special people I like to recognize have been a big part of my career is Mike Fratello, Kevin Lockery. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, they meant more to me in my career than anybody will ever know. I think both of these guys are great coaches. Mike, I played with the longest, the most underrated coach that I think is in this league today. People really don't know how much he meant to this franchise. And I want to say, Mike, Kevin, thanks. I also like to say thanks to Joe O'Toole, who's been my trainer for most of my career, who's had a tough time, of late. But Joe, I want you to know everybody here is with you, the Hawks organization, my family, I'm sure the coaches and staff, we wish you the best of luck. Thanks, Joe. Stan. Hey, wait, hold up. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. Stan, Lee, Ted Turner, I think it's great of them to bring me back, not only just to get my jersey retired, but to be a part of the Atlanta Hawks front office. I'm gonna do the best I can to do my job in the office as well as I did on the court. And I just like to say also people who've helped me all week. It's been great, because I couldn't have made it through this week without them, as Molly and Dexter Santos. Thanks for the great pictures you put together, Dexter. Molly, thanks for the week, for getting me up 6 o'clock every day. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot. Last, I'd like to say to the fans, I really took for granted how much you fans meant to me. You really don't know how much you meant to me. When I left Atlanta, I really understood the true meaning of true fans that stuck behind a guy who was a superstar in the city. The love and respect that you gave me when I was here, it fueled me to play as hard as I could play. And the thing I try to instill in young players, my family, friends, that anything you want to achieve in life, if you work hard enough at it, you can achieve anything you want. Money is not everything. I tell guys all the time, it's the love and passion and desire that you have for this game. And if you can continue to have the desire, the kind of desire I put out there every night, good or bad, you can do anything you want. In life, in sports, anything that you feel is right for you. And to the fans of Atlanta, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, I love you more than you ever know. And I appreciate all the support over these years. Thank you very much.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Stan and Dominique are going to raise his number 21 to the rafters here at Phillips Arena. So for all time, all Atlanta Hawk fans will know that Dominique's number 21 will be remembered by all Hawks fans that have been here previously, present, and in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is, the number 21. Let's remember Dominique's 12-plus seasons here in Atlanta Hawks uniform. All the memories he gave us, and all the memories we'll continue to have of number 21, the greatest Atlanta Hawk of all time, Dominique Wilkins.
Number 21 goes to the Reds.
Fred is great. He always wants to play. Just look at him go. He's got so much energy, but he sure can work up quite a thirst. That's why I give him Budweiser. It's made with only the choicest hops and barley, and it's got a clean, crisp taste that he loves. I wouldn't give him anything less.
Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Got to admit, it's getting better.
Philips CD recorder system. Burn it, play it.
Hey, Rhonda! It's me, Anthony. You want to get together later? The doctor said it's not contagious.
Oh, girl.
Now, Sprite.com makes it easier to buy just about anything you want. Under every cap is a free Sprite or Rocket Cash. Online money you can use through Sprite.com. Drink Sprite, get Rocket Cash. Buy what you want.
You can do things at Progressive.com you can't do at other auto insurance websites.
I got an instant quote from Progressive and rates for 3 other leading companies.
6-month rates can really vary from company to company.
In fact, you could be paying over $500 more than you have to.
If we can't save you money, we'll tell you who can.
Shop and buy at Progressive.com. Recently rated the #1 online insurance carrier.
Do you like music?
It's the second song we ever wrote. Second song we ever wrote. Second song we ever wrote. What happened to the first one?
Head to the heart of Nashville,
All right, kid. Your turn to the tower.
where homegrown talent
Daddy, did you ever used to have a job?
makes world-class songwriting.
It was on the radio.
I'm huge at Home Depot, let me tell you.
Every time we see Garth, needless to say, we hug his neck.
Number one, number one, number one, number one.
Live from the Bluebird Cafe,
I ain't going down till the sun comes up. Big out!
Nashville's professional dreamers.
I got my record deal in this room.
Up close
Makeup.
Take 2.
That's a beauty. And in the round.
This is our living room.
We're going to get more professional.
Sorry, honey. But I'm really in trouble now.
Wait a minute. Live from the Bluebird Cafe, Tuesday nights at 8 on Turner South.
Hawks uniform, all the memories
An
he gave
emotional
us,
night
and all the memories
at Phillips Arena as the tears started to well up in the eyes of Dominique Wilkins, and who can blame it as the number 21 goes to the rafters. As for the game, the Clippers and Hawks getting set to prepare for that third quarter. Both teams now coming back out. Our Sprite halftime stats. What a job by the Hawks, doing a great job in second chance points and offensive boards, and they have a nice 14-point lead to take to the third. Our score, Atlanta 54, the Clippers 40. You've been watching the Power Tell at the half.
Looking for an easy way to get mobile phone service? PowerTel's ready-to-call phone kit has everything you need. A Mitsubishi digital phone and $30 worth of prepaid airtime, all for just $49.95 plus activation. Ready to call. The easy way to pick up a mobile phone. At a PowerTel store near you.
PowerTel. We're on that.
I did a cannonball front flip, landed right there. And my mom called the hospital. And then we went to the x-ray room. Took 4 pictures. They're supposed to take 3, but I wiggled on one. They had birds and they had fish. Children's hospitals just have nicer doctors. I'd say more of the fish and the birds made it better, though.
Damien can do it all. He's got all the skills. He's got great reflexes.
He's got a quick left hand. He works exceptionally hard at his job. He provides stability for the Thrashers in the most important position in the game.
And in a close game, when he makes a clutch save, that's incredible what it does to the confidence of the team.
It's season 2 on the home of the Atlanta Thrashers, Turner South.
Southerners tell it like nobody else. Welcome to Turner South.
Well, all right. Hello, everybody.
Serving true Southern originals like Live from the Bluebird Cafe, Southern Living Presents, Liars and Legends, and WCW Classic.
Here comes the dynamite.
And catch all the action on the ice and in the field with the Atlanta Thrashers and the Atlanta Braves.
Outstanding.
For homegrown originals, hard-hitting sports, and the movies you love, head to Turner South.
Television, Southern style.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any retransmission, reproduction, rebroadcast, or other use or dissemination of this telecast, or the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
54-40 as we start the third quarter. Bob Rathman, Mike Glenn back with you at Phillips, and as we watch the Dominique Wilkins jersey retirement ceremony, Singer, the memories, both good and bad, came flooding back.
Yeah, the bad memories of his being traded and the extreme love that this city has for Dominique, truly the soul of the city and probably the city's most beloved athlete. It was a tremendous ceremony, and a lot of love for Dominique was present.
And we remember the battles, and a guy who watched them up close and personal is standing by right now with our Craig Sager.
Well, thank you very much. Once a year, Dennis Johnson and Dominique Wilkins were teammates on the Eastern Conference All-Star teams, but all the other time, you were bitter rivals. How difficult was it to stop Nick?
Well, I'll tell you what, we had never been rivals. Dominic he was kind of like that guy like Michael, Magic, and Larry. You know, Nick was one of them guys who really saved, really put the spark and the electricity back in the league when we actually all needed it. The league, from 76 to 90 was them four guys. And I was one of them guys lucky enough never have to continually guard him. I just looked up on the monitor and it had me in a highlight film.
Red Auerbach is not the only one that calls Game 7 of the 88 Eastern Conference playoffs the greatest game ever. What do you remember most about that game?
Well, you're taking two superstar talents. Dominic had 20 points in one quarter. Larry had 16 in the same quarter. And you cannot take away the excitement that was created in that game by either one of them.
All right, thanks. I'll get back to the bench. Let's go back to Bob and Mike.
Okay, thanks, Craig. Let's take a look at our scoring leaders for the first half. 3 in double figures for Atlanta. Jason Terry, Brevin Knight, and Lorenzen Wright with 10 each. And for the Clippers, their scoring leader, Michael Olowokandi, 8. He had 14 against the Hawks in L.A. earlier this season. Quentin Richardson had 7 in the first quarter. We didn't see him in the second quarter.
Yeah, really mysterious. He was very effective, Bob, and we've not seen any more contribution for him. Let's see if they go right into Olowokandi and start the game the same way, this third quarter, the same way they started the game, and indeed they are.
And Olowokandi misses this one. Loose ball picked up by Richardson, a block by Dikembe. Up it comes to JT. Across to Brevin Knight. Olowokandi rebounds. And now Jeff McInnes brings it ahead for the Clippers. If you're just joining us tonight after that wonderful halftime ceremony, you'll notice the Hawks in a little different uniform tonight. They're wearing what was affectionately known as the old Pac-Man uniforms back in the early 90s in honor of Dominique. These unis circa 1991-92 season. McInnes blocked by Wright and pulled out of the air by Brevin Knight. Here come the Hawks.
Good defense by Lorenzen Wright. Hawks off and running. JT.
Yes. Beauty. Well, the transformation of Jason Terry into becoming a bona fide scoring threat night in and night out of this league. We talked last week about his election to the rookie challenge squad, the sophomores that will play at the All-Star break as Richardson scores. I'm telling you, Mike Glenn, Jason Terry isn't too far away from playing in the real All-Star game.
You know something, Bob? I have to agree with you on that point, particularly since the coaches are going to vote for the players that do not start. And this season JT has had, take away the first couple of weeks of the season, has been all-star caliber. He's been defended by the other team's best defensive player. He's been the go-to guy, and he's come through time and time again. So he's been very effective.
And with his play, the Hawks have begun to win.
And that should be considered, too. A guy leading his team to much better play in victories should be a factor, I think, and it is in coaching mind.
An air ball by Odom out of bounds to Atlanta. Lamar Odom will be in the rookie game. He'll be a teammate of Jason Terry's on that sophomore team. And Odom will face 2 of his teammates. Here's JT again, short this time. And the rebound to Odom. He'll play against Miles and Richardson in that game. McInnes. It's the open look for his second basket of the game. 56-44.
Bob, what you've noticed, certainly what I've noticed, is that the young kick guns for the Clippers are talented offensively. They're athletic and they're talented. What they have to work on is more on the defensive end. They're young, they're inexperienced, they're going to get better, but right now that's where their problems are, and you see another case of it right there.
Here's a look at the Schick rookie teams. You see JT and Lamar Odom for the sophomores, and Darius Miles. And we should highlight also Quentin Richardson down there at the bottom. So the Clippers have 3 in that game, and they were upset that Keon Dooling was not included.
Oh, goodness.
Keon had 12 against the Hawks in that game out in Los Angeles. He is on the injured list, suffering from a viral syndrome. What that means is he had a whopping case of the flu. Here is Dikembe hitting the first of 2 here. 9:37 remaining, third quarter. And the free throw drops out. Rebound to Miles. 57-44 Hawks. The Q, as they call him, in L.A.
Yes.
And that moniker, of course, in Chicago was DePaul.
Tell you what.
Knight picking up his third.
Brevin Knight had that play perfectly. Reached in to get the steal, and that got him in trouble. Look at the body position. I mean, where's McGinnis going? I mean, he is so comfortably in front of him that he can reach for the ball and aggressively try to get a steal. But the foot position and the defense was excellent. McGinnis had nowhere to go.
Miles. McGinnis. The shot clock at 4. The ball goes out of bounds.
Well, as a matter of fact, Knight's doing such a good job on McGinnis. A lot of people don't realize McGinnis is one of those guards that just get in the middle all night long. I mean, they wrecked your defense. They did that to us when we were out in L.A., but we've not seen that very much tonight.
Taken away by Odom. A block and a toss ahead to McGinnis. Up top to Miles. No, they're going to go back to Lamar. And there's Knight getting a hand on that one. And the good Hawks interior defense, they just couldn't grab the basketball.
Well, Lamar Odom.
Brevin Knight right there.
Right there. And then, you know, Dikembe, anytime action's in the lane, Dikembe's going to get a percentage of it.
A big percent.
Yes, he is. So, Clippers will take it out of bounds underneath.
Now, a long pass goes to Richardson. And a whistle. And there's going to be a foul. Joe Forte said number 7. Now, is it McLeod or Odom? It's going to be a timeout. Mike Lunn's going to run over and ask him. We'll tell you right after this. He'll be right back.
Low prices at the Home Depot mean that you can be confident that you're going to walk into our store and find the best price in town.
If we find a better price anywhere else, we'll beat that price. With no questions asked.
We will match it and then beat it. That's our guarantee, day in and day out.
Everybody says they got the lowest price.
Not only do we have the guaranteed low price, we also have the knowledgeable salespeople on the floor to help you.
We want to be the best price, the best customer service, the best quality product. We want to have the best of everything.
You would be out of your mind if you shop someplace else.
We think you need to integrate your global supply chain, move assembly overseas, and accelerate inventory velocity. Great. Do it. Sir, we don't actually do what we propose. We just propose it.
UPS can help redesign your supply chain and make it work. From managing your logistics to financing your inventory, we deliver more than just packages.
Can you believe that guy?
UPS, moving at the speed of business.
May cause drowsiness. Avoid sunlight before bed. Take with food.
Hawks by 13. A reminder, Hawks fans, to come have a ball at the mall with the Hawks Fan Jam at Town Center Mall tomorrow. Take part in basketball and dance team clinics, free throw shooting contests from 2 to 3. Dikembe Mutombo, Rashawn McLeod signing autographs in the middle of the afternoon. The Fan Jam runs during mall hours and is absolutely free. Hawks wrap up this homestand Monday, 2:30. New Jersey will be here. For tickets, 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or log on to Hawks.com. In the middle, Miles to Olowokandi, too quick, and it's out of bounds.
Very good defensive set by the Hawks. I mean, Dikembe, excellent defense, good rotation. Clippers come away empty-handed.
57-44 Atlanta. Lorenzen right, baseline, works on Olowokandi. Moves it out to the wing. Dion Glover in from McLeod, who picked up his 4th foul before the break. And Lorenzen Wright has the basket, his 12th point. 59-44 Atlanta. Clippers had their moments early. But since midway through the first quarter, the Hawks have been in firm control of this game.
Yes.
Odom inside Miles, challenges Mutombo, and a foul on Dikembe, and he can't believe it. That is the 3rd on Deke. He is really hot.
Yes, take a look at the play here. Well, official calling a little slight contact around the chest area, but Deke's right there all on top of the basketball.
Miles with his 6th point. Here's McGetty coming in for Richardson as Deke fumes.
Yep. Tell you about these young guys too, Bob. They're so courageous. Half the time they don't know any better, you know? I mean, they're not playing the percentages. Any veteran would know most of the time you're going to lose that battle. But they come in and they really just challenge you all out. So you got to be up for the challenge. And these young guys have been bringing it. And Miles has done it a couple of times.
JT lost the dribble, but got it back. Brevin Knight plays to Lorenzen. Hawks have some numbers on that left side. A wild shot by Lorenzen, rebounded by Olowokandi. Quickly ahead to McGinnis. His pull-up jump shot is good. And that is the Jeff McGinnis we saw in L.A.
Yes.
Little intermediate jump shot.
Yes.
Very deadly with that one. JT to Brevin Knight. Out to Dion. Mutombo screams for him. Deep. Just all tied up for the foul. Lamar Odom slams the support. Foul number 3 on Odom. So Dikembe will be stepping up to the free throw line. Deke does not have a field goal tonight. 0 for 4. He's 2 for 4 from the foul line. 9 rebounds. It's been a very balanced scoring attack for Atlanta tonight. With Wright 12, Terry 12. Brevin Knight 10. And Mutombo missing the first of 2. The number 21 for all time to hang in the rafters here at Phillips Arena. Dominique has made his way back out into his seats here courtside. Phillips.
Boy, the fans really gave him an ovation. They shared the love. So all of you people at home watching on TV that had the same sentiments, the crowd here had your back.
And an offensive foul. McGetty goes crashing into Dion Glover. Mutombo knocked it away, and McGetty is down in the lane.
Well, again, that rookie exuberance. McGetty actually in his 2nd year in the NBA, but just challenging, full speed ahead, Bob. And gets the shot blocked, but unfortunately looks like he gets injured on the play. Take a look. Here he comes. I mean, McGetty tremendously athletically inclined, and there's Deke with the block.
Offensive foul, number 50 for McGetty.
And got an offensive foul for all that effort. Oh, and Deke's elbow as he was coming down seemed to catch McGetty in the cheek, in the cheekbone. And he is hurting. We'll be back at Phillips after this.
And Lloyd Marback. For those of you who are participating in the silent.
Time for your favorite dose of Hockey 101. Lesson 1, the slap shot. What you're trying to accomplish is to wail on the puck. You skate into the zone, lift the stick, and crank, baby. Oh, look at that. That's top shelf, off the post. You're just basically trying to Go off on the puck. Catch all of the action on the home of the Atlanta Thrashers, Turner South.
Home of true Southern originals, Turner South brings you the Emmy Award-winning Southern Living Presents. From our biggest parties to our cozy hideaways, we'll take you to the heart of the South. Howdy! Get to know our genuine people.
We thought we were making music. We didn't know we were making history.
Charming places, the sights, sounds, and the tastes.
A lot of butter, a lot of sugar.
For the best of the South, Southern Living presents Monday nights at 8 on Turner South.
We're back at Phillips Arena, and again, here's the play where Corey Maggette was injured. Glover steps in to take the charge. Now, after he releases the ball, Deke comes across the left elbow, right to the left side of the head, drops Maggette. But we're happy to report that just a second ago, Maggette got to his feet and walked off the court under his own power.
Yeah, he stayed there just about the duration of that timeout on the floor, but he was able to walk off under his own power. So I don't know if he was out temporarily, but he's still hurting there on that bench.
Earl Boykins in. Brevin gets the Hawks set. JT, the high archer, good.
That's a beautiful catch. Pivot, turn, shoot in one motion. Excellent shooting guard move. Catch and fire by Jason Terry.
It takes one to know one, folks.
Thank you, sir. Excellent.
Boykins driving, deflected. Odom has it. Back to Boykins. Shot clock at 7. Well, the Hawks team defense tonight has been outstanding.
Yes, it has.
Now they bail out Boykins on this one here. As Brevin Knight picks up his 4th with 6.5 to go, and he can't believe it. In fact, he goes right to the bench as Maloney comes in.
The Hawks number 12.
There's Matt. He did a good job shooting the basketball in the first half.
Yes, he did. Push the ball aggressively. Hawks trying to push the ball a little bit more, play a little more up-tempo style, which will aid their offense. Maloney did a good job of that. Knight not satisfied with at least 2 of those 4 personal fouls that was called on him.
The 4th point for Earl Boykins, who was a teammate of Brevin Knight's last year in Cleveland for 25 games. This is just his 5th game as a Clipper. He missed the first 30 with a bruised right knee. 3rd-year man from Eastern Michigan, the school that gave us Grant Long. Boykins now with 5, 62-50 Hawks.
Side cleared out for JT. Pretty good pressure by Boykins. JT has to come out a little further than he would like to get the ball.
Mutombo. Maloney. 7 to shoot. Dion from behind the ring. Goes quickly on Odom. Dishes it off to Dikembe, and it's out of bounds. Let's go to Craig Sager.
Well, we saw Corey Maggette sitting on the Clippers bench, how he got very dizzy and almost fainted. They have now taken him into the locker room. I talked to him on the way through briefly. He said everything's ringing and he can't concentrate. So we'll see what happens. We may have a later report.
Okay, Craig, thank you. And it was that left elbow of Mutombo's that has him seeing stars. Odom spins in.
Oh, what a beautiful move. Couldn't finish it, though, because of Dikembe.
And Dikembe altered that shot as well. Yes. Dion can't save it. Comes to a skidding stop at midcourt. 62-50 Atlanta. Clippers have a fresh 24 with 5:47 left in the 3rd. Lon Kruger's Hawks with a 12-point lead. Looking to go to 10-9 at home with a win tonight. Hawks close out the homestand Monday afternoon against New Jersey. 2:30 game time. That's, of course, to have Keith Van Horn back in the fold. Here's Olowokandi spinning quickly, and they foul on Dikembe. That will be the 4th on Deke, so 2 starters now.
Hey, y'all, come on,
with 5.5 to go in the 3rd have been saddled with 4 fouls.
Well, Deke playing pretty good D. I think officials thought he might have gone up under him a little bit as he shot the shot, but not a whole lot of contact there, Bob. Deke picking up his 4th, really getting some of those close ones to go against him tonight, as was Brevin Knight also. Good 4.
Olowokandi, 1 of 2 at the line tonight. He's a 52% free throw shooter. Alan Henderson will come in for Dikembe. Clippers trying to figure out their matchups, as are the Hawks. And Cherokee Parks tells Olowokandi, I got Allen.
Yes. Deke still very upset with that. I'll tell you something now, Bob. Henderson's playing some very important minutes now. Now, this Clipper team, they're talented offensively. We mentioned that before. Now you've got a 10-point ball game. They can score points, but you have to make them play defense. And the magic era has been in the lane. Boyking, applying good pressure, disrupting your execution, but you got to keep your focus.
Maloney's able to go get it.
Yes.
But the shot clock's at 7.
Exactly.
Lorenzen to the wing. Glover, good!
Man.
Dion Glover.
Boy, big jumper, important jumper, momentum reserving jump shot.
64-52. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bob Rathman, Mike Glenn, Craig Sager with you from Phillips. So the emotion of Dominique's jersey retirement. Now the Hawks are out to win this game.
Yes, sir.
Glover with the takeaway. Maloney looks for an opportunity in transition. Always a good idea to give it to JT. Now Lorenzen strips the cords.
And see, JT takes it right in the lane, gets that defense, and kicks it out to Lorenzen for the 16-foot jumper.
66-52 Atlanta. Boykins bounces to Odom, and that's a travel. So another turnover for the Clippers.
Take a look at this last Hawks play, though. Here's JTC getting in the lane. That's the key area. Draws the defense and makes a nice little pass to Lorenzen, who knocks down that jump shot. Really getting there all night. That lane has been a key area. And the pick and roll has been a good play.
Olowokandi had Lorenzen right. He was scrambling up top, chasing JT.
Yes, indeed.
And Lorenzen buries the jump shot.
Lorenzen knocking down that mid-range jump shot, really punishing his former team. He has 16 points here.
That equals the biggest Hawks advantage of the game. Now Odom against Terry in a mismatch. Drives it. Lorenzen right stops him with a foul. Brooks and Piatkowski.
Hawks fouls on number 42, Lorenzen Wright.
Coming in for the Clippers. Hawks over the limit with 3:58 left in the third quarter.
Tell you, Odom was a part of an outstanding high school graduating class in 1997 that had Tracy McGrady, Lamar Odom, Elton Brand, Aaron Davis. Of course, Dion Glover came out that year. Really struggling from the field right now, but 6 points and 6 rebounds. Odom played real well out in L.A. Not as effective here tonight.
In that game against Deke and the Hawks in Los Angeles, Lamar Odom had 25 points, hit 3 threes, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 blocks that night. But he has not been able to get it going, at least so far.
Yes.
3:58 left in the third. Free throw by Odom. His 7th point cuts the Hawk lead to 15. And the Hawks are going to take a timeout. 3:53 remaining, third quarter. Hawks 68, Clippers 53.
A beer is only as good as the ingredients used to brew it. That's why Budweiser uses only the finest all-natural ingredients, hand-selected to deliver a taste, a smoothness, and a drinkability you won't find in any other beer at any price.
This one's for you. And you and you and you. This one's for you.
We got to target a new online customer. Consumers who never change their minds. And choose gifts with 100% accuracy.
So there's no returns.
Bingo. I call them laser beamers.
And exactly how many of these laser beamers have you found?
4. But that's just in the U.S.
E-returns are inevitable. Now UPS has automated the process, making it quicker and easier, so we can help change merchandise as fast as people change their minds. UPS, moving at the speed of business.
Who had the honor of coaching Dr. J, of coaching Michael Jordan, and the human highlight film? And here is the answer with Craig Sager.
Well, the answer is Kevin Locker, an outstanding player and a tremendous coach. What was it like for Coach Neek, particularly when you had him his rookie year?
I was very fortunate, Craig, to have him as a rookie. The one thing I remember about Dominique, he just loved to play basketball. If he wasn't getting paid, he would have played. Tremendous passion for the game.
In your career, though, to have Dr. J, Michael, and Neek, what an honor.
That's quite an honor. And Dominique not being one of the top 50 players is a disgrace. He had a lot that Michael and Dr. J had. He should have been one of the top 50 players of all time.
We'll join Dr. J in the Hall of Fame one day.
Exactly.
Thanks, Craig. And Kevin, we couldn't agree more.
Yes.
About the top 50 omission.
Yes.
Kwiatkowski, little runner. Henderson rebound.
Henderson gave him a little bang as Kwiatkowski came down the lane. Henderson really menacing his old team on both ends.
JT goes to work. Halfway in the pipe and out. Earl Boykins for the Clippers. Jason Terry 7 of 14 tonight. And the little flip shot is good.
In case you didn't know, Boykin is extremely quick, if you can't tell just by looking at it on the floor.
And Boykins with the foul on Maloney. You know, he's got a, quote, little brother who's 6 feet tall.
Does he really? Wow.
His younger brother.
Is that right? I'm sure that younger brother looks up to him, even though
yes, he does.
He's tall.
Figuratively.
Yes, sir.
2:50 left. 68-55 Hawks. JT, and that one's kicked. Hawks have 14 seconds with which to work.
Reset to 14 seconds.
Jason Terry. Nice screen. Back to Lorenzen Wright. Oh, those two work so well together.
Goodness, Lorenzen continues. Has developed into the favorite pick and roll partner of Jason Terry, and Lorenzen now 8 of 14 from the field.
Brooks up and in. First field goal for the former Hawk. Back in LA, you'll recall he spent 3 years with the Lakers. 70-57. Here's Matt Maloney. Nice crossover, and Matt Maloney drills it.
I tell you, I like the way Matt Maloney is playing. He's just playing aggressive. He's handling the ball well, looking for a shot when it's there. Knocks that one down.
Mismatch now. Lorenzen gets back. Back to Boykins. Kick out to Parks. And he bangs it in. Cherokee Parks with 6.
Having a little rejuvenation of his career also is Cherokee Parks there in LA.
And two misses. And a loose ball foul on Dion Glover.
See, but take a look at Maloney here. Now, Boykins has been pestering him the whole time. Goes between the legs. Look at the crossover dribble. Shakes him, pulls up for the jumper like nothing happening. And that's a outstanding way to play the game and look for your opportunity when you can create it.
Hawks are over the limit. Kwiatkowski, 1+ the penalty. Kwiatkowski with 1 3-pointer tonight. We were talking about Cherokee Parks and the rejuvenation of his career. We were in Washington the night the trade went down.
That's right.
for Newby. Cherokee Parks ran out of the MCI Center. He was so happy. And he was going to the Clippers.
Wow. Well, he's a California kid from California. And
but when was the last time you saw somebody jump up in the air and click their heels to get traded to the Clippers?
It's been a long time, but he certainly has played much better since joining them.
Boykins. Tough two.
Yes, sir. Tough little kid there. Clippers won't go away, though, Bob. You have to keep hitting them with the body blows.
And a poke away by McGinnis. Yeah. He had that baby measured.
Yes, he did.
And lays it in.
All of a sudden, you know, you're looking at a team that is looking at a 7-point deficit now.
Minute to go. This is the way the second quarter ended in L.A.
Well,
Clippers put together a 10-0 run. in the last 52 seconds of that half. Cut an 18-point Atlanta lead down to 10 at the break. They've scored the last 8 of the third period tonight. Glover from the wing for 3.
How about the jump shot of Deion Glover? Right here on Nick night, he finds his jump shot, and it is much needed.
75-65.
5 of 7 from the field is Glover.
Boykins hits.
I get you.
He's got 11. 75-67.
Hawks would like to get the last shot, about a 4-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. JT gonna milk as much of that as possible.
JT.
Oh,
to Lorenzen for the baseline jam.
Beautifully done, JT and Lorenzen.
10-point lead again. McGinnis with 3. McGinnis for 3. Rims out. And the period is history. Jason Terry and Lorenzen Wright, an outstanding combination with improved results.
Steve Staios is a rock on the blue line. He throws some of the best body checks. He's our best defenseman, a leader on and off the ice.
Doing whatever it takes to be a leader and a winner. The ultimate team player.
Knows when to get the guys excited, knows when to keep them calm.
He has led by example. That's the epitome of a captain.
The Atlanta Thrashers take on the Anaheim Mighty Ducks Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Turner South.
So, I hope you like lobster.
Everything all right?
Fine. I'm sorry.
It's adorable. Oh.
Philips Samba, a 13-inch TV you can love.
What will I be like a year from now? How much will I grow? How strong will I be? In 5 years? In 10 years? Where does my future start? You'd be surprised.
U.S. Army.
The score by quarters as we head to the fourth. Hawks have a 10-point lead, 77-67 over the Clippers. On the night that they have retired the uniform number 21, worn for 12 brilliant years in Atlanta by Dominique Wilkins. And the flashback to what we saw here at halftime, a wonderful ceremony, and Atlanta's love for Dominique manifest in the first Hawks sellout of the year tonight. 19,445 to honor Dominique and to say thanks.
Yes.
Fourth quarter. Bob Rathman, Mike Glenn, Craig Sager with us as well. Hawks have a 10-point lead as we start the final frame. And Brevin Knight back in with 4 fouls. Trapped in that corner. Wiggles out of it. Sets up a Maloney 3.
And Maloney confidently steps up and knocks that one down. And Hawks building on this lead, and just that quickly, Bob, the lead back up to 13.
And you know, Mike, I go back to your point that you made about Kevin Lockery about starting and coming off the bench. And Matt Maloney's a guy who in this past week has lost his starting job, but seems very comfortable coming off the bench.
You know, Bob, I noticed that same thing. I mean, he's aggressive. He's just taking his shot when it's there. He's really adjusted well, and he's a veteran in the league, though. Maybe he understands how to play the different roles effectively.
Sean Brooks holding in the corner, now needs some help. Finds it in Boykins, but a steal by Brevin Knight. Brevin looking, finds Maloney. He finds McLeod. Rowe gets it back. Taken away, and Boykins has it. Boykins to McGinnis to Piatkowski. 4-3.
That was Eric Piatkowski for 3.
Second 3 tonight. The 7th-year man from Nebraska. 80-70 Hawks. Matt to Lorenzen, spins in, and he's tied up.
Well, that's a pretty good execution on the pick and roll by Maloney and Lorenzen Wright as well.
Foul on McGinnis as we check in once again with Craig Sager.
Regular season visiting teams do not travel with their own doctors, so the Clippers have requested Dr. Mike Burnett from the Atlanta Hawks to attend to Corey Maggette in the locker room. Also, Corey's parents were here tonight, not only to see him play, but also to be here part of the Dominique Wilkins ceremony, and the Clippers had planned to spend the evening. They also have been called to the locker room, and they are with him right now.
Okay, Craig, and I know you'll keep us updated on that. Maggette took a pop to the head and an elbow by Dikembe Mutombo as Deke was coming across to block a shot earlier in this second half. As you check out the AutoZone NBA scores. I sure hope everything's okay for Corey Maggette.
Yes, we do.
22 for Lorenzen Wright.
Wow, nicely done.
And Darius Miles.
The young fellow with the fresh young legs.
Yeah. The frequent flyer Miles.
Yes, sir. You're getting the full effect right there.
82-72. McLeod turns it into a 3-on-2. Hawks attack with Lorenzen Wright.
Boy, Lorenzen still knocking down jumper after jumper. 10 of 17 from the field for his 24th point of the game.
And that matches his season high in points. McGinnis. Lamar Odom hasn't scored in the second half. Or in the fourth quarter, I should say. Had a free throw. And he'll go back to the line on the foul by Lorenzen.
That's an excellent move right there by Lamar Odom. I mean, he just gives you a jab step. I mean, he goes to fundamental school here. Gives you the jab step, cradles the ball, protects it, and look at the long left-hand hook shot as he's going across the middle. Pretty difficult to stop that move. Odom trying to cash in on a three-point play.
The Clippers' leading scorer trying to reach double figures with this free throw. JT comes back from Matt Maloney. New York high school legend Lamar Odom makes it 84-75. Full court pressure. Jason Terry, the man entrusted to bring it up.
They're hard to pressure when you've got this quickness like JT and Brevin Knight handling the basketball.
Lorenzen again.
Oh,
yes!
My goodness,
he is unconscious.
Yes, he is. I mean, like my old coach Bob Reinhardt said, just beat him and fan him. I mean, he's hot.
McGinnis for 3. First 3 tonight for the former Tar Heel. 86-78. JT had it swatted away by Miles. 2-on-1 the other way. Miles trails and is tied up. And it's an offensive foul on Darius Miles. And look who took the charge.
Brevin Knight.
Timeout at Phillips. And folks, this guy's got the right stuff. 26 for Lorenzen.
A book when I heard some birds. Do they think we're chirping when they hear us use words? But when I turned my head to look, I realized those birds were from my book. Every time I read, I find the words come to life inside my mind. I meet a cowboy in the Wild West, the finder of a treasure chest, the owner of a pizza place, Romans in a chariot race, a lady with a powdered wig, a farmer with his friendly pig. Don't you want to see them too? Then reading's all you have to do.
He ruled the charts and rocked the big screen. Turner South celebrates the King with Elvis Time.
Holy cow.
An Elvis movie every Saturday.
See what you started?
Each week, more silver screen gold from a true Southern original.
Jackpot!
I like to live dangerously.
It's good to be the king.
Hey,
And Turner South delivers your date with greatness.
We'll have a party.
Are you a good dancer?
Try me.
A weekly hunka the Big E.
Oh, that's just dandy.
Elvis time. Saturday mornings at 10:30 Eastern on Turner South. Television, Southern style.
Is that a fact?
On Dominique Wilkins' night, the Hawks are leading 86-78. We talked to Dominique before the game. He said how nervous he was. He did a tremendous job at halftime. It was a great tribute. What are your thoughts now?
I'm glad it's over. it was a great feeling for me. If I'd have had more time, I could have went on all night about what this city, what these fans, what this franchise mean to me.
The fact that this place was sold out, they gave you the standing ovations. You can bring this crowd back.
Well, that's my plan. I really and truly hope that the fans come out and support this young team. You know, because I was talking to Jason Terry yesterday. I said, the key to this game is passion. Desire, willing to play this game the way it should be played. I said, when you play that game that way, people appreciate it. And he's actually been doing that over the last couple of months. He's been playing incredible. And I sincerely hope, and I wish the fans would really come and support this town, because this is a great town, and it needs the great fans to support this town. We have that.
What do you think the chances are holding on to this lead?
We're going to win this one. No question about it.
Meet night, you need to.
The guys said they're going to do something special for me tonight, and a win will be good enough for me.
It's like, Bob.
Craig, Lorenzen Wright is doing his Dominique Wilkins impersonation.
Boy, he's
28 for Lorenzen and 8 of 10 shooting this half.
Well, this is his former team, Bob, and you always have that little feeling for your former team. You kind of want them to know what you missed, and he certainly has sent a strong message back to the Clippers as the little fella Boykins hits a high-rising fadeaway jump shot.
88-80, Atlanta. Boykins with 13. 7:20 remaining in the game. Here he goes again, and this time it's blocked by Odom. Lorenzen said, hey, how about a call? All right. McGinnis, Boykins, faking, driving, dishing. It's out of bounds, off Miles. Atlanta ball. 88-80 Atlanta. Alvin Gentry, head coach of the Clippers, thought he should have gotten a call.
All right. 8-point ball game once again, though, Bob.
Every possession key.
Yes.
Brevin Knight to Rashawn McLeod. Back to Brevin. Stop and pop.
Yes. The Hawks have defended their lead with some nice little perimeter jump shots now. They've penetrated first, and they've kicked back to the perimeter, and they've knocked down the shots.
McGinnis. And the whistle. Jason Terry. Check it. It's on Hanno Möttölä. Number 2 for Hanno sends Jeff McGinnis to the free throw line. McGinnis joined the Clippers last February on a 10-day contract. Hung around. Was the MVP of the CBA last season, and he's making a bid to be the most improved player in the NBA this season. You look at this guy's numbers. He's averaging 12 a game, 5 assists.
Yes.
Starting point guard now.
Yes, sir. I've been very impressed with McGinnis. I was very impressed with him as a collegiate player, Bob. You did a lot of his games. Were you also?
North Carolina. Grew up in Charlotte. Knight.
Looking for Lorenzen, and we pointed this out at the beginning of the game as a key spot for the Hawks to go to, and it certainly has proved to be true.
Oh, Jason Terry. He took one look at the pass, one look at the shot clock, and said, I need to shoot this one right now.
And he did.
Oh, is he fun to watch?
Yes.
And a foul on the pass. Again, the combination of Jason Terry and Lorenzen Wright.
Yes. This time in a little reversed order, not the pass coming from Lorenzen Wright to Jason Terry, and JT knocking down the shot.
Lorenzen with his 4th. Clippers out of bounds with 6 to go. And Jason Terry nearly had that one, and now Mark Wunderlich has a foul on Lamar Odom. .5:59 remaining in the fourth quarter. Take a look at that last play.
Well, JT had the steal, and coming right here, see, being held right there by McGinnis, who just grabbed onto his shirt and wouldn't allow JT to get the ball after he had slapped it away. McGinnis called for that foul.
Second on Jeff. Brevin keeps it away from Odom. Shovels it to McLeod. Miles the rebound. Hawks by 11. Boykins. Odom for three. And Brevin the rebound. Running with Möttölä and McLeod and Terry. JT all the way. Could not finish it. And JT was screaming for a foul. McGinnis. His three ball no.
This looks like summer league ball here.
Oh, and a breakaway for Brevin.
Tell you, it's beginning to look like summer league ball. Teams going up and down, shoot, three-pointers going for it. Good timeout by somebody.
And let's hear it for the Lilliputians. Brevin Knight all the way.
Hey, Rhonda! It's me, Anthony! You want to get together later? The doctor said it's not contagious.
Oh, girl.
Now, Sprite.com makes it easier to buy just about anything you want. Under every cap is a free Sprite or Rocket Cash. Online money you can use through Sprite.com. Drink Sprite, get Rocket Cash. Buy what you want.
Wow. Nice place.
Oh, thanks. Used to be a warehouse.
Killer office.
Yeah, it was actually a warehouse.
Cool place!
What?
Cool place!
Oh, it was a warehouse!
What?
UPS helps companies shed costly warehouse space by streamlining supply chains with new ideas that trim inventory and increase speed to market. UPS, moving at the speed of business.
On a night where 19,445 came out to honor Dominique Wilkins, Mike Glenn, they'll go home remembering the play of Lorenzen Wright.
He's put on a clinic of how to play power forward in the NBA. He's done it in a variety of ways. He's knocked down jumpers, gone up and under. Look at the move along the lane here and just kisses it softly off the glass. Lorenzen Knight having an outstanding night, has 28 points now.
4 away from his career high that he set as a Clipper against the Lakers in '97.
Larkin's cut off right there by Knight.
Richardson misses the three, tipped by Piatkowski, and we've got a rebounding loose ball foul coming on Piatkowski. Pushed off to get that position. Eric's first.
Team third.
Third team foul on the Clippers. And it's 94-81 Atlanta with 4:45 remaining in the game. Brevin Knight looks for Jason Terry, finds him off the curl, gives it up to Hanno, and he dunks it.
Wow. Man.
And boy, did you see Jason Terry just jump up in the air and pump his fist. He was so happy for Hanno. Piatkowski. And an offensive foul, and Hanno Möttölä takes the charge.
Möttölä playing key minutes right now on both ends of the floor. Take a look on the offensive end. JT penetrating. Nice kick right here to Möttölä, who stays with this and dunked it home, and then goes on the other end and takes the charge.
Can't do much better than that.
Yes, sir.
Jason Terry against Richardson. JT, which way should I go? How about to the lane?
Man,
And he's fouled.
And gets the foul. Oh, man. JT is just... I talked to Dominique about his emergence, too. He was, we were both just sharing thoughts of how he turned it around so effectively and how his upside and his potential looks so outstanding now. Dominique said one thing he told him, too, Bob, is continue to improve, work hard, and look to score points. He said some people will say you're taking a few bad shots, but don't even let that worry you. You keep coming because you're going to be a star.
Could take a page from Dominique at the foul line. Dominique that night was 23 for 23.
Yes.
It's the first time Terry's been in the line.
Exactly right. And he came into the league his first year and shot 68% from the free throw line. So he really worked to improve to become a career free throw shooter of over 80%.
Richardson, and then Knight got a hand on it, and he got another hand on it. I'm telling you, the quintessential pest.
Yes, sir. That's exactly right, Bob. That's exactly what he is. If you're on the other team, this is one of your enemies. I don't care what position you play, because if you're out there, you're going to run into Brevin Knight. I mean, he's slapping. He's always on the ball, always around the ball. And looked like the little fella had the ball again. It really did. The quintessential test.
10 points for Quentin Richardson. Brevin to the bench and talks it over with Eric Musselman.
Yeah.
Maloney back in. Clippers down 15. 3:40 remaining in our contest.
Trying to clear out for Jason Terry. They want to clear out the side for him. There he is. Your world, JT.
Jason, baseline, short. Miles.
Look at Miles coming to whack.
He accelerates.
Oh, my goodness.
And Boykins lays it in.
Boy, this is going to be an exciting team. And Alvin Gentry, they have a good coach in Alvin Gentry. The future looks bright for these Clippers. Hopefully they're going to lose this game here tonight, though, Bob. But we wish them a lot of success as they're building and rebuilding this team and this franchise.
Well, you know, the age-old question when it comes to the Clippers is Lorenzen misses this one. Look at Dion Glover. My goodness. But the question is, will they give these guys the long-term big money contracts to keep them together?
Oh, yeah.
To date, they haven't.
Yes. So you're going to have some management questions that will come into play, but boy, it certainly looks like they have the opportunity.
And Matt Maloney just kind of fending off Boykins.
Another pick.
Oh, and a takeaway. Miles. JT controls it. 100-85 Atlanta. 2:20 left.
Looking for the pick and roll. This is the...
And JT palmed the basketball. 2:17 left and a timeout at Phillips. Hawks 100 and the Clippers 85. We'll be back.
Did you see Miles play in high school? How was he just...
Mark, at PowerTel, we believe all living things should roam free. That's why we don't stick you with any roaming charges. Come on, guys. Roam free. Let's get a snow cone.
Right now, with PowerTel wireless service, you can roam free and get free nationwide long distance for as low as $30 a month. You can even get a free phone.
PowerTel. We're on that.
You can do things at Progressive.com you can't do at other auto insurance websites.
I got an instant quote from Progressive and rates for 3 other leading companies.
6-month rates can really vary from company to company.
In fact, you could be paying over $500 more than you have to.
If we can't save you money, we'll tell you who can.
Shop and buy at Progressive.com. Recently rated the #1 online insurance carrier.
Hi, I'm Doug Peterson. I'm the Home Depot instructor. I do that full time. I teach the kids on the weekend. I teach your parents on the weekend. All the Home Depots have classes. This is service. This is what it's all about. Yeah, what's the good of having over 50,000 items if you don't know how to use them? That's my job. I show you how to use them. It starts when you come in. Everybody says, what are you doing? What's your project? If somebody shows you how to do it, it gives you the confidence that you say, well, I can do that. So come see us. We've got everything.
The Home Depot, where low prices are just the beginning.
The Atlanta Hawks with a 15-point lead over the Clippers, who have been playing most of the second half without Corey Maggette, who was injured going to the basket when he caught an elbow to the side of the head from Deion Glover. He went to the bench, then felt dizzy and almost collapsed, went into the locker room. The doctors from the Hawks looked at him. Then they found out they needed further tests. It just so happens that the Hawks share this arena with the Thrashers of the NHL. Their doctors were in the house. They went in and evaluated Corey Maggette. They have advised the Clippers that he needs to go to the hospital. So Maggette on the way to Piedmont Hospital right now for further tests.
Thank you very much, Craig Sager. And the shot clock runs out on L.A.
24-second shot clock violation. Hawks ball.
Under 2 to play, and Alvin Gentry's club on a 4-game trip suffer a back-to-back defeat, it appears. They lost at Minnesota last night by 6. Clipper trip will take them to Indiana Monday, Milwaukee Tuesday, and then back home.
Tough trip for them now. I mean,
and you're already looking at 0-2.
Exactly right.
Hanno, nice. Beauty.
Möttölä uses his experience on Miles, who is 1 year out of high school, to score that basket.
Darius Miles played 31 games in high school last season. This is his 38th NBA game tonight.
There he is right here. All the athleticism, all the moves, bright future.
The Hawks will wrap up a 5-game homestand with a matinee Monday on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. 2:30 tip against the New Jersey Nets. Then on Thursday, back on the road at Indiana, first of a 3-game trip. Hawks will play in Washington next Sunday, no TV. And back on the tube at Boston before returning home to meet the Wizards on the 26th. Darius Miles missing the first of 2. And Chris Crawford, who was activated today, comes back after missing about a month's worth of time with an injured foot. Tonight's points in the paint brought to you by Home Depot, where low prices are just the beginning. Hawks have dominated, and a lot of that has been due to the play of Lorenzen Wright, who has tied his career high for field goals in a game with 12. And has established a new season-high point total of 28.
Well, DeKempe and Henderson, you didn't need them to be such big factors because Lorenzen was just giving them the punishing blows.
And Darius Miles with his foul to send Cal Bowdler to the foul line.
The Clippers foul is on number 21, Darius Miles. That's his 3rd. Clippers are over.
You know what, Bob? I like these uniforms back in 91 and 92, and I like them now as a tribute to Dominique, but I think I'm kind of ready for them to go back to the ones they're wearing now.
Well, the question that I had for Lee Douglas was, now, are the shorts going to be the short shorts, or are they going to be the long ones? And he said intermediate.
Intermediate, okay. Good compromise there.
An 18-point Atlanta advantage with under a minute to go. Hawks are going to improve to 14 and 22. And 10 and 9 at home. 3 and 1 on this homestand. And week by week, this club continues to make positive progress.
Absolutely, and that's the most important thing. At this stage of the year, you don't worry about standings. You got more than a half a year to play. The important thing is you improve, you get confidence, you play better as a team, and the chips will fall where they may, not only where they may, but where they should if you continue to play well.
Here's Crawford driving and putting it in. Pretty good, Chris. Welcome back. He was 7 for 7 for 14 points against the Clippers in Los Angeles in November. Backdoor alley-oop and a behind-the-head slam for Miles.
Boy,
goodness.
Indeed, young fella.
Brevin Knight lobs it to Möttölä. Clippers aren't backing off. Hawks are more than willing just to run out the clock, and now the Clippers relax as the final seconds tick away. On Dominique Wilkins' night, the Hawks come up with a huge victory over the Clippers. They're going to count that basket for Cal Bondler, and they win it 108-88. And the big star tonight was Lorenzen Wright, who put together a season-best 28 points. He's our 96 Rock player of the game tonight, and he's standing by with Art Grigson.
Well, Bob, you're right. Crazy Eights, 108-88 with 28 from Lorenzen Wright. What inspired you most tonight?
Clippers. That's all. You know, every time I go out and play those guys, I just want to play as hard as I can to help my team win, and we did good tonight.
Dominique Wilkins had the evening. He had a tremendous tribute at halftime, but he also challenged you guys. What did that mean to you guys and the fact that you had to win tonight for him?
It was great. You know, I grew up watching Dominique. I love to watch him play, and it really motivated me to come out and work harder tonight. We went to his reception last night. He talked well about the team, and we wanted to show him that we could play.
Obviously, it was great to have a sold-out arena for Dominique to pay tribute, but it's also important for those fans to see this young team play, to see you guys play. What does that mean to you guys?
That was our main objective. Everybody knew there was going to be a sold-out gym tonight. We told everybody to show to get people from Atlanta what they've been missing.
A great job. Obviously, it was a season high, and thanks for not letting the Hawks down on Dominique Wilkins' night.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye.
Thank you, Craig Sager, and congratulations to Lorenzen Wright. On the night we remember Dominique, the Hawks post an impressive 20-point win. Back after this.